Shit, boys. Let's go. Keep it tight.
Like, do a blast. You can like give it to me, and I can do a blast. Or
nah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You'll love the way I set this up. You'll love the way I set this sexy thing up.
I don't know. I'm very particular on how I love things.
I mean, yeah, I can't call you an autistic fuck on live. I can't do it. Like that's offensive.
I could care less.
You could. No, that would indicate that you could care less. Like,
I care about everything. Well, not Trump.
I mean,
so
it would largely have to depend on how much of a fuck that you really do give. If I sit down there like you autistic some bitch, like you know, like that would have to be the objective kind of thing. I know people get offended by that though. Like I'm not going to front. What? What?
What?
Oh, like you just stopped in the middle of your sentence.
I had to finish my sentence.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making absolutely sure, guys. So, yo, before we get started, I just want to talk about. So, I have officially made the move to Microsoft Edge for my browser.
Good luck.
No. See, I made it work for me. So, you know that the only real main problem is the fact that you can't save passwords, right?
You can't at all?
You can, but you can't import your passwords. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they said you could, and I looked it up, and it's like, no, you can't. You lied.
So, pretty much what I ended up doing was I installed the Intel TrueKey extension. I'm thinking about paying the $20 to actually get $20 a year to do unlimited password saving. You know, just to save the passwords. But I don't use that much in the way of passwords anyway, because once I pared down all the passwords that I used in Chrome, I'm like, I only use maybe 2% of the passwords that I saved. You know, now that I sit there and think about it, I was like, wow, and that's kind of crazy.
That didn't work for you, the article I just pulled up?
Oh, see, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm just curious if that doesn't work or if it's... Oh.
Nah, I honestly did not see that. I feel special now. Like,
no, it might not work.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, Keith, if it does work, will you use it?
Use what?
Edge.
I've always used Edge, on and off. I use every browser.
I mean, I don't use Firefox. I'm sorry. I love Firefox, but nah.
Firefox is great.
Firefox was great.
For some stuff.
It was great in my personal opinion. So
yeah, it's faster than Edge. Firefox is fantastic.
I mean, yeah. I mean, how much for saving? It's not just Edge. It's $20 through Intel's TrueKey software thing. So it's kind of like LastPass or whatever the case may be. But like you can save more than passwords. You can save your credit card information. You can save your addresses for different things. So like for example, you have a business address and you have a home address. You know, you can do all of that.
Sounds like Chrome.
You know, pretty much. So you can save all of that information. $20 and unlimited password save for like $20. That's not bad. $20 a year. It's not bad.
It's free on Chrome.
I mean, it is free on Chrome, but you know, I like the auto login that TrueKey offers though.
Chrome does that.
Chrome does auto login.
Yes.
I still won't use Chrome as a resource hog. I don't give a fuck. Stop trying to convince me to use Chrome.
I've been using that for God knows how long.
Look,
which is kind of bad because some of the passwords, like I don't remember this password anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whoops.
That's the thing. All right, we're about to get started. We're about to get started, ladies and gentlemen. It's the official start of the podcast.
You sure?
Yeah.
You positive?
I'm 100% positive.
Should get that checked out then.
I mean, yeah. You know, I mean, yeah. Shut up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Clinton Bowman. Welcome to the 31st episode. 31st episode of the Xbox Xperience, a weekly live talk show all about Xbox and PC gaming. I am joined by the editor-in-chief of the Outerhaven Productions, Keith, Mr. Frame Rates Matter Mitchell. And I am also joined by tech guru and all-around great guy, Aaron Mechanicism Sanders.
Hello.
So, gentlemen, as we are getting started with this podcast. Sonic Mania.
Sucks.
I mean, shut the fuck up. You're wrong. Like,
The
you're
game's
dead
great.
wrong. The game's great.
Great
The
game.
game's fantastic.
Yeah. So Sonic Mania released on Steam today after a 2-week delay from the console versions.
Don't mind me, by
And
the way.
it turns out that Sega was lying about optimization.
Sega.
So Keith,
No.
what? I'm trying
None.
to tell you something. Stop being a dick.
Can't help it. I'm a guy.
I mean, no, you can't help having a dick. And even
No,
then,
that's not true anymore.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh,
Like,
I can take that anyway.
but,
Yeah.
oh god.
Keep going. Wordplay. We can see how long we can keep this going.
all
See
right.
how-
So Sonic Mania released on Steam, like I said, and obviously it came with a little bit of a hitch. Sonic Mania is now hosting the controversial DRM manager Denuvo. Keith, talk about that for a minute.
De Novo sucks. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I understand you want to protect your games, anti-piracy, et cetera, but De Novo over the last couple of months to a year has proven very ineffective against cracker groups that take you enabling De Novo and your software as a challenge. Look at Tekken 7. That was like a couple of days and it was gone. Other games that are just as easy as cracked. So seems like Sega, when they told us they were optimizing the game, they may not have been 100% truthful with that, because the last I heard, Sonic Mania did not have De Novo on it. And then lo and behold, it gets released today, and hey, there's De Novo. And not only is it De Novo on there, people are having issues with De Novo. I'm not sure if you can pull that up, Clinton, but that link that I sent you, there is a link that people can go to if they're having issues with Sonic Mania. They get a response on starting the game up, and you get a code, and you go to a website, and you put in the code, and they will try to help you launch the game. That's very... Can I say it? Shitty. That's very shitty. I'm
No,
sorry.
don't say it. Yeah, it's pretty crappy. I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, it's not the nicest thing. Aaron, do you have any thoughts on this, my friend?
So De Novo, one of its features is you need to have like a constant internet connection for that, right? Doesn't it have to phone home pretty regularly?
No.
Is that?
I'm not exactly, to be honest, I'm not 100% because
Mhm.
it's damn, tell you terrible for me, implications on what it can do. I know for when I was playing Doom and I was testing the Vulkan driver for it, when I switched my game to Vulkan, De Novo was like, sorry. And I was
Wow.
on the internet. And I couldn't do jack. I had to wait a week for them to get back to me and tell me, oh, you need to do this to play the game.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, what? I paid for this game and I can't play it?
Right.
And that's the issues people are running into right now with Sonic Mania. I paid for this game and I can't play it because your crappy software has stopped me from playing the game. That's not cool.
Yeah. It just otherwise seemed like it was kind of overkill for a single player $20 game. Just, I mean, it's just a kind of 16-bit era Sonic game. This wasn't really necessary.
He said 16. Oh, yeah, he's right. It is
Well,
16-bit.
no,
I mean,
no,
you're right.
let me-
It is 16-bit. Like, I completely forgot that it was a Sega Genesis
So,
era type
let
game.
me-
But Keith,
Kinda.
before you go, right?
Go ahead.
I mean, the thing about it is, it's kind of a good thing I didn't pick up Sonic Mania. To be fair, I was gonna pick it up on Steam as well, so I was gonna quadruple dip, like I told you. I was gonna get it on all four, but I don't like De
I already
Novo.
told you that was dumb, but
I don't like. Man, shut up. I'm a Sonic fan. What the hell you want me to do? I purchased Sonic the Hedgehog 2 how many goddamn times? Let's see, the
I think
3DS,
a lot
the
of
X,
us-
the
I think a lot of
3DS,
us
the
purchased Sonic
360,
a lot of times.
Yeah.
the 360, Steam, Sonic Mega Collection. I mean, shit.
I
Okay,
can't
well,
give you any crap. I've got 4 copies of Shovel Knight, so go for it. And
So
do whatever.
let me just throw in there how many games have been cracked running De Novo within the last year, right? Just tally.
Like
Mass
all of them?
Effect Andromeda, Ages of Mayhem, which just came out, Ghost Recon Wildlands, Titanfall 2, Dirt 4,
Tekken.
Civilization, Shadow Warrior 2, Dark Souls 3. They're already ready. I'm looking at one of the groups. They're already getting ready to crack Destiny 2.
Wait, time out. Pause that shit for a minute.
Yes,
You mean to tell me?
yes,
You mean
yes.
to tell me that BattleNet of all things is using? Man, go fuck yourself, Blizzard. What the fuck
Okay.
is wrong with y'all?
So
Like-
Tekken 7, Rhyme, The Surge, Prey, Little Nightmares, Dragon Quest Heroes, Outlast, Siberia 3, Styx, Nier Automata, Cyber Elite 4, Resident Evil. Yeah, there's a lot of games that have been cracked, and Lenovo is supposed to stop the people from playing your game via piracy and
Lenovo gets bodied left and right. I mean, that's a bad idea. It's either gaming companies have a lot of faith in Lenovo, or Lenovo might be the shittiest developer in the world, and I'm not talking about EA.
So wait, let me back up. I just did some research because Aaron had prompted me a question and I couldn't answer it. So Sega had stated that Sonic was made to be played offline, but with this Lenovo implemented, you cannot play it offline. You have to be online.
Right.
So, and here's the thing. Apparently, somebody on the development team of that game is complaining about it. They're saying Sega Mania is intended to be played offline, and we're investigating reports on that. An account named Sega Dev wrote on the game's team page.
I wouldn't be
surprised. It sounds like
surprised.
none of the devs are happy about it.
I could tell you that Christian and what is his name?
Aaron Weber's already come out and said that.
Aaron Weber has already told fans to complain.
Yeah.
Oh no, you see, that's the thing about Aaron Weber, and you know most people that know the Sega team. I mean, not just the Will Chans and all of these guys behind the scene, the PR guys and all that kind of stuff, but you know, like Aaron is one of those mega Sonic fans, and he wants this game done right. And like you said, Keith, this could kill the PC version. I mean, the PC version is already like half dead because of the delay. Now this is just like guaranteed. Don't buy this game. You might as well get it on the Switch or the PlayStation or the Xbox. Hell, if Christian Whitehead says release this shit on iOS and Android, people will probably get it on iOS and Android instead.
I honestly, I don't doubt that's coming.
Yeah, it's probably
on the
coming.
Switch, it's probably coming.
Yeah.
Oh, you said so? I mean, iOS and Android possibly coming?
Yeah, the Sonic 4 was on there. I don't see any reason. And Sonic 2, and Sonic 1, and Sonic CD.
Christian Whitehead got his start by doing the port of Sonic CD to iOS and Android. So yeah.
I wouldn't even say that's where he got his start for real. I mean, his start was technically, I believe he was one of the people. It was either him or Stealth, one of the people that did Sonic 2 HD and got the attention of Sega. So that's something that's there.
Right, but we're talking about actually being
official devs.
Right. Well, not official devs because they were official devs. We're talking more so along the lines of being part of Sega, being able to actually.
So that's Sonic CD. Game. So that started with Sonic CD, obviously, which is actually considered the PC, the Steam, Xbox One, and technically Xbox One now. Steam, Xbox One, and PlayStation 3 ports of Sonic CD is considered the definitive port of Sonic CD. So you know you look at that in consideration. But this is kind of shitty. I'm not gonna
leave my Sega CD alone. That's all I got to say.
I mean, I'm planning on getting one. So
good luck finding them.
Oh no, Video Games New York.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So that being said, it's kind of terrible to see that Sonic Mania is suffering the way they're suffering on PC, and this heartens me as a PC gamer, but also as a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog ever since 1991. You know, like I've been a fan of this franchise forever, and this hurts.
I did not see that happening. I totally did not see.
I don't think anybody saw that coming. To be fair,
no, definitely not.
And again, like you guys said, it's a 20-hour game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why did you do this? We'll have to see what happens. Hopefully they'll remove it. But yeah, I mean, so if I wanted to play Sonic Mania offline mode, yeah, sucks. Sorry, can't do it.
Rip the dream, right?
Not cool, Sega.
All right. So let's move on. So there was an article.
What did it say?
It said something quite funny. It was quite comedic.
I think you read it. I'm pretty sure you read it.
It was pretty damn comedic. I know Keith read it.
Are we jumping into this one already?
Oh, we're jumping into this one already.
You know, I'm not one to call out people, but this article needs to be called out.
Keith, sorry. Let me introduce it first. God damn it. So,
do it. We're fired.
Shouts out to Mammoth Gamers because one of their writers did something hilarious last week.
Oh, dear God.
They wrote an article stating that Kingdom Hearts, for the sole reason that it was a mostly Sony franchise, despite the fact that 385 over 2 days came out on the 3DS, as well as there was another DS Kingdom Hearts game.
Don't forget iOS and Android.
And iOS and Android games. You know, canon, by the way. These being canon. should not come out on the Xbox or the PC. Now, I read this article and I wanted to do two things. I wanted to jump out my third story window, or
wow,
I wanted to strangle somebody, because this was the dumbest.
Jump out the window instead.
This was the dumbest piece of journalism I have ever read.
Well, there have been some dumb pieces of journalism.
No, this was egregiously dumb. Let's go and read some. I'm not going to put up the article because that's a lot of work, and I don't want to give them the dignity of being shown on our YouTube or my personal Twitch channel.
We'll put the link in the description.
Yes, the link will be in the description, right? So, it has spoilers to Kingdom Hearts and all this kind of stuff. It's a long article and very annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. Granted, I believe he said there are great deals of Xbox players who own a PS2, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS, PlayStation Portable, and smartphone, and 3DS to play the Kingdom Hearts games. However, if you call yourself a fan of Kingdom Hearts, you most likely play this game on original platforms or have the means to experience them all the recent collections. So, I mean, that's a solid one, right? I'm trying to read through this, and it's a lot of bullshit, so I'm sorry, Keith, if I get this wrong.
It's already wrong. You totally got it wrong, but it's okay.
No, that was that was one of the first things. I believe it was said that you
should just do the TLDR.
TLDR, if you own an Xbox, you don't deserve to have Kingdom Hearts. Fuck you.
That's pretty much it. That's exactly what he said.
I've been trying to figure this. I've been trying to figure out a way to say this in a way that I can actually read it to you guys and it makes sense. No.
So Aaron and I have been going back and forth on this one. So basically, the guy's saying, as you mentioned, if you have an Xbox, you don't deserve to play this game because Xbox gamers are stupid. They can't read, and the whole story will be lost on them. On top of that, they didn't play the other game, so they're not worthy enough to play Kingdom Hearts 3. And that the Xbox would probably never see compilations of all your other games. Why should they get the game? Now, that's basically what the guy said.
Now, I'm going to counter that. I'll counter that before I let Aaron touch on that before Keith goes on his epic rant.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, no. I know you got shit to say.
No, I'm done. I'm cool.
My thing is, Xbox gamers can't read.
I can't.
I mean, let's be real. I seem to remember a game that required a lot of reading. I think that game was called Lost Odyssey.
No, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Blue Dragon.
What else?
Whatever.
Monster Hunter in Japan?
No, I don't care.
They're
a whole complete different gamers over in Japan. They're not like us.
Nah, they're not like us. Definitely not. I mean, shit. At the same time, I'm a little confused as to why this guy would say something like this, especially considering that not only did he do his job and drew attention to his site with this, so I got to give him a little props for that. But
I don't think it was the right kind of
he got called the fuck out.
He got called up multiple times.
Yeah.
And for the most part, everybody said the same thing, dude. This is basically clickbait. You're trolling very hard. You're a fanboy, and this is bad. You should have done that. And I agree. Now, I get how people are very loyal to their consoles, to their platforms, and I wish stuff like that would die. However, that drivel, I'm sorry. Like I said, I don't like calling people out, but that was bad. That was very bad. And not only that, you basically just said Xbox gamers are stupid by extension because that's not cool.
So and because PC is now one of the Xbox platforms, you therein said PC gamers are stupid.
Well, no, we're not connected because Xbox games on PC doesn't mean. Did we talk about this 2 podcasts ago?
And kind of counter the fact that that was a stupid assessment.
It is.
I'm just saying, but going back, I'm just saying, and I'm going to pass it over to Aaron because I know he has quite a few things to say himself.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't care."
No.
Nah. PC gamers, and this guy seemed to have forgot. We have visual novels, JRPGs are now coming over. We've gotten a lot of the Final Fantasies on PC as of late, especially Final Fantasy 13, aka the never-ending 3D hallway. That game is. We're getting Kingdom Hearts. Not Kingdom Hearts. Excuse me. We're getting Final Fantasy 15. God, hope that doesn't hit the Nouveau.
Oh, it's gone.
And Windows 10 devices have the Pocket Edition of Final Fantasy 15, as well as the Android and iOS devices. So to tell us that we don't know how to read, you're really disrespecting a lot of gamers, and that's not a cool thing to do at all. But Aaron, I mean, you read this article as well. Give us your thoughts on this. I mean, do they align with what we're saying, or do you have a little bit more of a logical approach to it?
Well, no. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I actually have never played a Kingdom Hearts game, so I am this person that he's talking about that should never get to play it on an Xbox. I guess I need to go and get a PlayStation, and then I guess go back and play all the other games. So a couple things bother me here. He calls out. In defense of this, I mean, he lists out all the games. He shows all the platforms they've been out on, and like Keith said, they've been on several different platforms. There were DS entries, there were PSP entries. There were collections that came out later that you could play them again on later PlayStations. But I mean, up until that point, should people who hadn't played them on the PlayStation not have played those titles either until the collection came out? Like the whole thing just kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And then even bringing up Mass Effect, Keith brought that up in his comment on the article, and the guy defended that by saying that at least there was a digital comic that came along with that, and they built some choices into. You got to basically go through and pick all the important choices at the beginning of Mass Effect 3 to pick up where 2 left off. And he kind of defeated his own point by defending that, oh yeah, here's a game that came to a platform that, the other entries weren't here, and no, it was totally fine for people to play that, but Kingdom Hearts, no, you can't have that one. The whole thing's just kind of, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And I don't know, being somebody who hasn't played any game in the series, I wouldn't shy away from playing it on the Xbox, and I wouldn't, I don't know, be lost or think less of it because I don't know the rest of the story. I'm sure it's not going to be structured in a way where I'm that lost, but.
Keith?
I've played Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I've never beat them because I've lost interest in them. They just aren't my kind of game. However, I was able to jump in 2 without any recollection or remember anything of 1. The games are made like that. As Aaron and I were talking about before, if you were to make a game where you are required to play the first game or the second game, those games would fail. So if I'm a brand new gamer, I'd never played any game before, and I'm like, oh, cool, Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out. I want to check out this game, and it's like, oh, you must know what happened to this guy and this guy and this guy and this guy. I'm going to be like, well, why am I going to play this game? I'm not going to go back and play 1 and 2, especially if they're like 10 years apart, 15 years apart. Why the hell would I do that?
Yeah.
No, that's just like me saying Dark Souls 3. You have to play 1 and 2 to understand 3.
Yeah, it's just stupid gatekeeping. That's all it is.
I mean, you told me the same thing, Keith, about Dark Souls, so shut the fuck up.
No, I said Dark Souls, anybody can pick it up. You can. I sing the praises of that game all the time, but you can pick it up and play it. The games have lore that's in Dark Souls 1 and 2, but if you don't understand the lore, it means nothing. Dark Souls is one of those games that it doesn't really tell you a story. You actually have to figure it out because it's very cryptic. You have to go online and talk to people and ask them questions, or people write out huge manuscripts of lore, or people do YouTube videos about the lore, because the lore is so vast that you actually have to do that. It's not told in the game, which is kind of funny.
All right.
I mean, there are entire YouTube channels devoted to just this stuff.
I'm not surprised there. So I think the final verdict, and I hope Keith and Aaron would agree with me, this guy's an idiot. You don't need to play the other Kingdom Hearts games to enjoy Kingdom Hearts 3. And if you have an Xbox, be happy that you have an Xbox. Oh, by the way, you can read. I just want you to know that. You can read. You can do whatever. Like, yo, take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow.
I was going to say there's a Flash video out there about that guy that is decades old.
I'm just saying, you can go anywhere.
That's just, I'd rather the Flash video instead. I'm surprised that you guys don't. If I play, it's gonna be too loud. I'll just.
But hold on, Keith. Why are you sitting out here talking shit about Reading Rainbow? Like, come on.
No, I mean that's discrediting Reading Rainbow. Don't waste it on that guy.
I'm not wasting it on that guy.
That Flash video that is put in Slack. We'll put it in the description.
Like, you are an idiot.
I love that video.
All right. So, obviously, we're on YouTube and we're on Twitch. And over the past year, we've seen a shift in terms of Twitch adopting very user-friendly things, such as Twitch Prime becoming a thing. Shouts out to Amazon. Oh, by the way,
I don't know if that's user-friendly.
Shut up. Let me make my case. Shouts out to Amazon for putting Amazon Echoes in Whole Foods and actually starting to make Whole Foods cheaper.
You mean shout out to Amazon for buying up everything that it can?
I mean, capitalism, bitches. Deal with it. No, but yeah. Why would you? Okay, but let's go into Keith. Why do you think that Twitch Prime isn't user friendly before we go on?
No, it is user friendly, but it's user friendly to those who pay for it.
Hey, listen, man. It's either you pay $50 or $100, but still, or $10 a month if you're nasty.
I mean, look at that and then compare that just real quick to YouTube, where I can get benefits, I can get access to unlimited storage, and I ain't gotta pay you a dime.
Except for like YouTube Red, because that's the thing.
That's optional. You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do Twitch Prime either.
No, but they delete your shit if you don't.
I mean, you got a good point. But other than that, I mean, listen, it depends on the user on that one.
Right.
But Twitch Prime is actually a good thing.
Speaking of Twitch,
listen, I got my Madden drops. I got my Madden drops. I don't give a fuck. I'm good.
totally not wearing my Twitch shirt right now.
What? Say again?
My Twitch shirt.
All right. I'm just saying, I got my Madden. I got my Madden jump off, got my Madden drops, got my loot boxes from Overwatch. So, Twitch Prime, I love it. You also got VODs coming to Twitch, as well as the Twitch affiliate program where anybody can make money.
Oh, Twitch has VODs already.
No, that's what I said, the VOD.
Yeah, they already have it. They've had it for
That's what I'm mentioning, Keith. God damn it.
You said coming. I said, no, it's there.
No, I said other features such as the VODs and affiliate programs where anybody can make money. Anybody can make money as long as you stream a certain amount of time. But small time streamers that are consistent can start to make money by things such as cheering and getting bits and subscriptions. Now YouTube, on the other hand, not so much so.
I think YouTube's easier.
YouTube's a little easier, but shut up, Keith. YouTube's a little easier, but on the flip side, they've been going in the other direction in a way, such as their agreements with advertisers. Now, this is a question that I've had posed before we get to the main topic, which is obviously the beta for the game that's coming on the only platform that matters.
Nintendo Switch is not getting it.
Shut up! Obviously, is YouTube hurting gamers? Is YouTube hurting gaming channels with this demonetization bullshit? Keith, I want to kick it over to you so you can introduce this, and then Aaron, provide your thoughts right afterwards.
All right, so there's been a lot of gamers, mainly huge gamers and maybe middle ground gamers that have been streaming to YouTube and putting videos on YouTube for quite some time. And over the last couple of months to a year, they've been noticing that a lot of their content has been either disappearing, being stricken from being monetized, and they aren't happy. They aren't happy. There's been a lot of people complaining, a lot of people going to other venues like VidMe and other places, and it looks like we're coming to a point where people are questioning, is YouTube still viable for gaming? And I'm split on that. Only reason I'm split because I've looked at some of these people that complain about it, and their stuff is very adult rated. They're saying certain things, they're cussing 24/7. They're talking about killing things. Their bylines or their video topics are about kill this, kill that, do this, do that, and it's easily stuff that's being flagged. And they're like, "Why is YouTube doing this?" Well, they're trying to make the platform a little more family orientated, a little more friendlier, because YouTube has been losing money, has lost money for years upon years. Even when Alphabet, formerly known as Google, picked them up, they were losing money. And now, YouTube Red, they're trying to get more sponsors here, and sponsors like Coke and Pepsi and everybody else, they don't want this crap on here. So YouTube is in a very compromised position where they have to start censoring this stuff, or people that are giving them money are going to walk away. And there was another guy like that was looking at stuff a couple of days ago. And he was saying my Destiny 2, where my Destiny videos are being flagged as inappropriate, et cetera, and they're going after all gamers. But I went back and looked at his stuff. I was like, well, your shit's really toxic, dude. Why are you complaining? They're trying to clean it up. There are other people out there that have tons of content on there. They're doing the same thing you're doing in other games, and their stuff is fine. So I don't think YouTube is hurting gamers to a point, but they're trying to force gamers to clean up their act. I think that's the problem. A lot of people are very hesitant. They've had this freedom. They weren't censored before, and now that this is happening, they don't want it to happen.
Right, and taking a look at the Twitch chat, Dem Rupees shouts out, what's good? The notorious Nice Food Review guy got his stuff demonetized, and it kind of does go, and he feels like it goes a little deeper than YouTube feeling pressure for cleaner content. What would you say would be your answer to that? I
don't know what his stuff is all about, so I'd have to check his stuff out.
No, but the second comment, as in going a little deeper
I think
than
it goes a little deeper YouTube pushing. Well, you got to think about it. Why would they do that? Why would they do anything? The more content they put up there, the more content anybody puts up there, and they're monetized, or they get money from YouTube, YouTube's got to pay them. So if they're like, well, your stuff is bad for X, Y, Z, there's a reason for not to pay them, and YouTube can say, keep posting your stuff. We don't care. We're not going to pay you. YouTube's going to get the money because, hey, look, we're not giving the portion of the money that you're giving us to these people. And they're like, okay, fine. Okay, that's good. It's just like, I'm paying you to do a job, and you're going behind me and doing stuff that doesn't represent us right. Wouldn't you think I'd be a little pissed off about that? Like, no, I'm not going to pay you anymore, dude, or you're done. It's pretty much that.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, Aaron, what do you think about this demonetization spree that's going on right now, in a sense?
So, what immediately comes to mind is there was a saying I heard once about television, and it's that the programming is all completely incidental, and all that matters is the advertisements. So, what's happening here with the demonetization? I think it's something that YouTube's had a problem with in the past. It's where they kind of just start doing a thing and they don't really explain to people like how it works or like what the clear terms are or anything like that. So people are having their videos demonetized. Keith's gone back and looked at a lot, and he says there are a lot of toxic and bad things, but we have people reporting that videos are getting demonetized for no reason they can figure out. Like maybe it just had a thumbnail picture of a weapon from in a game, and that got it demonetized. That was somebody's theory on one of theirs. So it seems like, yes, they're trying to become a more family-friendly platform. They're trying to be a little safer, be a little cleaner, but they're not really like explaining it. They're just kind of cutting people off here and there, and it's a bit messy. I understand. Like if that's where they're going, if that's what they're trying to accomplish, I understand it completely. Like Keith was talking about, the advertising money is pretty important at the end of the day. But yeah, it's just that the controversy always comes from them not really telling people like how things are working when they're going into effect.
Let me jump in real quick before you say something, Clint. Now, I want to make sure that is presented that I'm not behind YouTube's decision, because I think a lot of stuff they're doing is very dumb. I don't think they should be censoring stuff, especially when they're telling people to do what they want. There's also fair use, all that fun stuff. And I also think a lot of it also has become because of their algorithms and their automated system that just goes ahead and censor stuff. And unless you're a huge YouTuber, they don't care. They're not going to talk to you. There's no one to talk to. You have to go to automated systems. They may or may not get back to you, and it's pretty much it. But if you're, I don't want to name any names because I really don't want to name any names. Anybody that's up there that's making money for YouTube and they say, hey, my stuff got demonetized, they're going to be right there and say, hey, what can we do to fix this? Hey, let me look into this. Hey, let's go on. Or it's getting a lot of press and they're under fire. Like what happened with the music stuff with Alex Maurer, who was going on YouTube and abusing the reporting system and getting people's stuff taken off YouTube and blacklisted. And, lawyers got involved, other people got involved, and YouTube was like, oh, my God, there's an issue. Let's get in charge of this. They stopped her from doing all these DMCAs and all this other crap. And they got it under control. But it wasn't until people started saying, hey, my stuff disappearing. YouTube's not helping me. Help us. And it got pressed. YouTube started saying, "Oh, yeah, maybe we should do something about that."
At the same time, Flight Bowler, sorry to interrupt, Keith. Granted, free speech. Remember, the thing about free speech is that if you understand the Constitution, it only really applies to government agencies. It doesn't apply to private companies. So, for example, we being a part of Outerhaven, you can say what the hell you want. We could just fire you because we don't agree with the hell you're saying. That's something that we can do. Now, morally, would we do that? Keith, I don't think Keith, as the editor-in-chief, I don't think you would, right? Unless it's absolutely egregious, right?
Like off the wall, WTF times 1,000. What are you doing?
Right.
Yeah, then that's got to go.
Right. But at the same time, Keith being the editor-in-chief, me being managing editor, I'm not gonna sit down there if you piss somebody off about with a not so nice opinion, as opposed to an offensive one. I'm not going to sit down there and say, "Oh, no, you're gone." It's kind of like with YouTube. YouTube is a private company. Google is a private company in a sense. They're not a government agency. So granted, they can basically tell you, here's a bunch of guidelines. Here's a bunch of guidelines, and this is what you have to follow. And if you do anything or say anything that doesn't match these guidelines, then we can demonetize you, we can kick you out, we can suspend you, whatever the case may be. I think the biggest problem is they're not making that absolutely clear. And knowing the fact that people don't read, the EULAs,
the terms of service
and the terms of services, a lot of people seem that, okay, we can do what we want because YouTube's always been like that. And now YouTube is getting the attention of these big guys, and they're like, nah. I mean, I had a conversation about this yesterday, technically. And one of the things that I had brought up was the idea of professional wrestling, where in the early 2000s, they weren't really getting the advertisers that they're getting now. Like, they were getting advertisers like Lugs and other smaller companies to give these advertising back in the day because they weren't family friendly. Now that they're going in a PG direction, they're getting more advertisers. They're getting, like, hell, they got KFC as one of their advertisers. And KFC never really touched them after the Attitude Era, which ended at about 2001, 2002. So for a good 5-6 years, they weren't really getting super big advertisers like they are now. It's kind of like with YouTube now, where they're getting the advertisers. And I think what it is that, and hell, Twitter, you might say, oh, the beacon of free speech, right? No, because again, it's a private company. Same thing with Facebook. If you say something offensive on Facebook, Facebook and Twitter have the right to ban you. Tumblr has the right to kick you out. All this kind of stuff. People get free speech confused. But I think the biggest issue with gaming, the monetization, and one of the topics that Keith did bring up is algorithm. And the algorithm's messed up. And it doesn't make sense.
It's been messed up for God knows how long.
But then again, keep in mind, a computer cannot anticipate what a human being is doing without human input. So, and that human input is also biased by they're biased by their own biases, if you know what I'm saying. Aaron, I mean, do you agree with that, or do you feel that there's something more underneath the layer of what I'm saying?
Oh, no. I think you're pretty much on point there. I agree with you mostly. Backtracking to those, the whole deal with the different platforms having their own terms of service and stuff, though, like they usually say in there that these terms are subject to change at any time. They don't have to tell you outright that they're changing. So they're well within their rights of what you agreed to change stuff up. It's unfortunate, but that's how it goes down. But
yeah, as I mentioned in comments, and like Clinton said as well, Twitter is really big on that, and you can even adhere to what they want, and if they don't like it, or if people get to the point where, I don't want to say they're bullying, maybe a mob mentality, they'll take you off. It's people get their freedom of speech confused. It doesn't apply to private institutions, to private companies. It doesn't matter. Right. It stinks that people are losing their money because of this, but it's forced change. I mean, that's why you see a lot of people jumping on YouTube. They're trying to be, I don't want to say PC, but they're trying to watch what they're doing because they know YouTube is out there. YouTube is watching what everybody's doing right now. And unless you're one of the the big people. And even say, yeah, because there's some stuff a lot of big people have done and nothing's happened to them on YouTube. Outside of YouTube, yes, not on YouTube. So,
and I'll make the case for the Flyballer, you're an indie wrestler. You know, like me being in the wrestling news sphere as well. A lot of indie companies, a lot of indie promotions have been losing monetization and have been walking their way over to Twitch to get the money that they rightfully deserve, because YouTube, a lot of the advertisers don't think professional wrestling is worthy of getting their ads or getting their money and stuff like that. Granted, the WWE, and even dare I say it, I don't even want to say Global Force Wrestling, is still getting, you know, a little bit of monetization because they're bigger companies, but they don't advertise themselves as wrestling. They advertise themselves as sports entertainment, which they kind of like skirt the line, you know, Vince McMahon being the genius that he is. It's that line that you skirt, and it's a problem. And it definitely is a problem. Before we move on to the next topic, though, I want to know, what do you think YouTube should do to fix it? I'm starting with Keith on this one.
Hire.
Oh, New Japan. Sorry. New Japan is
my voice.
Yeah, New Japan, and New Japan is still all good because New Japan, Bushiroad owns New Japan, which does Card Fight Vanguard stuff. So I mean, it's part of New Japan is part of a bigger company as well. So that's where it gets a little iffy as well. But like the smaller promotions, yeah, you know, it really depends. It really also depends. You know, maybe the intergender wrestling is getting under their skin. You know, like, you know, they don't like male and female violence. You know, it's just so many different things that we just don't know about because their guidelines are so vague. But Keith, how do you think they should fix this though?
One, they need to hire more human people. They need to have more human people that go through these channels, because I understand it's cheaper to have bots do this, but at the same time, as you mentioned, bots can't really be the end all be all. They can't go through a channel and say, oh yeah, that's fine. No, this should be there. They don't need to have all these bots regulating everything. People need to be in charge. At the same time, there needs to be more. I'm trying to think of a good word to say here. Straight to the point. Your guidelines should be straight to the point. You know, when people sign up to go on YouTube, are you going to do this, and this? If you are, we're not for you. Sorry. Have a nice day.
Right.
Be very blunt. Be upfront, because there's nothing worse like than what, you know, Flightballer has said. You know, companies are losing money because they came in doing the gold rush. I'll say, when people were making tons of money on YouTube, doing this, and now YouTube's like, no, you can't do that. Where if you came in now, YouTube is saying you have to adhere to my guidelines. There is no if, and, or buts.
Right.
And if you don't like it, there's the door.
Aaron?
Because, you know, YouTube's a company. YouTube's a company. You know, they're there for a business. They want to make money. And if their ads are leaving, if their sponsor leaving, they rather you go before they go.
Right. Aaron, thoughts?
Nope, I'm 100% on board with what Keith said. They definitely need more human people. They need more direct contact with, I guess, the community. Somebody even just like making Twitter posts saying, okay, look, you know, things are changing, the algorithm's changing. You might notice your videos getting demonetized, anything like that. But yes, more clear guidelines on what's okay and what's not okay. That's just absolutely necessary. People aren't going to know otherwise. It's just going to be a guessing game, and that's terrible. I mean, people who try to make money off of a guessing game, they're going to have a bad time. So, yeah.
All right. So
it sucks all the way around. There's no doubt about it. It stinks.
So, Destiny 2, ladies and gentlemen. So we had the beta for Destiny 2 about a month ago on Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, the time framing. Now the beta has come to the only platform that it matters.
I just told you the
PC.
Freaking Switch does not have it. God dang it.
Give it time.
We'll have that whole conversation that we had about Playerunknown Battlegrounds coming on the Switch as well. Wait, no, you weren't here. You missed out on that one. That was a great one. No. Check it out our last podcast. It was me, Clinton, and John talking about that.
Oh yeah, last week.
It was hilarious.
You know something? You just reminded me. I was supposed to talk about battle.
We'll do that next.
Playerunknown's Battlegrounds. That name is so stupid.
We'll talk about that next. Let's get through Destiny.
All right, so Destiny beta came out on PC. Now, granted, I haven't gotten a chance to play with it because I just refreshed my computer, and I'm having a little bit of issues getting it to run in windowed mode. But that's just here nor there. I didn't get a chance to touch it.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Yes, I did. Several times.
To take you to the next tier of support, then sorry.
Yeah, I know. That being said, there is a lot to talk about, especially since Keith just got his Ryzen build done.
Hang on. Exactly, Aboria. It's just PUBG. Exactly.
Yeah,
PUBG. Thank you. I'm going to say PUBG. I wanted to say the name correctly. PUBG, but it's PUBG.
Yes.
But Destiny came out again on PC. Keith has a Ryzen build, but I know Aaron also has played the game as well on PC. Yep. As he pre-ordered the PC version because it's the only version that matters. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We don't push that stuff here, sir. Get off our corner.
Aaron, talk a little bit about the PC version of Destiny, and then Keith, you can kind of talk about the Ryzen stuff as well.
Ryzen run fine. That's all I'm saying. God, my voice is going. Come back, voice.
When we went to E3, I got to watch John and Keith play Destiny 2 on pretty awesome PC rigs. And it looked amazing, but I didn't get any hands-on with it. So this is my first actual getting hands-on with it. And after playing Destiny 1 on the Xbox for a couple of years, and then the beta for 2 a month ago, this was just, I don't know, it feels so much more fluid. I've got it running at 60 frames a second. I only have a 1070 card, so I'm just maxing out 1080p gaming on it. But it looks, in my opinion, better than the console version. It's so fluid, and controlling it with the mouse and keyboard is so much better than using a controller.
Yes.
I'm going to quote John, give him full credit for this, but he says he feels like he's doing much cooler Guardian shit with the mouse and keyboard. You're actually pulling off moves, you're actually, headshotting things, and you can actually properly aim and do stuff. And he's completely right. Just before the broadcast here, I was playing with them. We were just running one of the 2 PvP Crucible modes. We were just doing Control, and I did better in that than I've ever done in any Crucible match ever, in Destiny 1, in the beta last month. It was just night and day, amazing.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great beta. I wanted to tell you real quick. You're running at 60 frames. Kill VSync. You have a 1070. I can run it at 1440p on the 1060 and the other machine behind me. So you should be able to run at least 1440 as well, or above.
I'll give that a try.
Yeah, VSync is bugged. Take that off.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you're running MSAA, change that to SMAA.
I heard that was bugged too.
Yeah. But outside of that, since Clinton wants to know about the Ryzen performance, I ran it on my main machine, which is running a Ryzen 7 1700 and a GTX 1080 Ti. Before I took off the VSync, I was running about 60 frames per second. I was bitching about that. Once I took off VSync, I was running at 1440. What was it? 3440 by 1440 ultra widescreen. And I was hit anywhere from 70 to 140 frames per second with the VSync off and everything maxed. Ultra widescreen, and it looked amazing. Put it back to 1080p at 2560 by 1080. Frames were at 100 frames per second. It was glorious. Everything that Aaron said. Headshotting, controls are fantastic. The game looks amazing. I was grinning from ear to ear. I was playing right before we jumped on here. I can't get enough of it. And I played a lot of Destiny on the PlayStation 4 before I got bored of it.
Yeah. No, it's amazing.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. You're installing Destiny 2 on the PC right now in the beta. There's nothing you need to know about it. Nothing. You install it. Oh, go ahead.
Well, as far as tips, just it's going to take a little while to get the key mappings down. That's all. Don't feel bad about having to refer back to that. And I constantly have to still. You're going to want to mix up some bindings, but other than that, you don't need to know anything about Destiny or anything like that.
Just have fun.
Yeah, just have fun.
But if you do run into any issues, be sure to let Bungie know, or head over to the Destiny subreddit, or just go to Battle.net's forums and just complain about it. Let them know about it. If the PC version is going to be this good, I can wait. I can easily wait, no problems.
Now, question. Question, Keith. You both pre-ordered. Now, Keith, I know you pre-ordered the $100 edition, right? And Aaron, you did the $60 edition, or did you both do $100 editions?
No, I did whatever edition that was that got you the Kate 6 statue or little figuring at GameStop. That's what I did.
Yeah, I did that too the first day, but then I ended up buying the 1080 Ti, and I got a free copy of it. So I'm like, I'm probably going to cancel that. I'm trying to determine if the limited edition is worth buying or just upgrading to the digital edition on Blizzard, because it's $40 more, and I think you get the same content. There was something that came in that limited edition that I wanted, but I don't remember what exactly it was. Oh, no, not a problem. Enjoy the demo. Enjoy it. And
yes, enjoy it.
Just hate the fact that we have to wait a month after the PlayStation and Xbox versions.
It's gonna be so worth it.
You said a month. You mean a month and 2 weeks? Okay. This is October 24th. Okay.
But there'll be 6 weeks. There'll be games that that are coming out that'll ease the transition.
Well, it comes out right before like everything launches on the 27th of October, right? It's when we get stuff.
Well, Mario Odyssey and
Wolfenstein 2,
Wolfenstein and Assassin's Creed.
That's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so at least we get a couple days before that.
Yeah, the onslaught begins. You're going, hey, Wolfenstein 2. Oh wait, Destiny 2. Wait, Wolfenstein. Wait, Destiny 2.
I'll be honest with you. I'm already sitting there like, listen, I got NBA Live coming out. I got NBA 2K coming out. I got WWE 2K coming out. I got FIFA coming out. I got Forza coming out. Yo, son, I'm in pain.
I need to look and see the limited edition of Destiny 2. Why did I pick this up? Okay, so it came with the Cade figure, and I wanted that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, it's just the Cold Heart exotic rifle and Kill Tracker Ghost.
Yeah, it's some in-game stuff.
Yeah,
that's not really big. Yeah,
that's it. It's nothing really. So you got that, and then you got the Destiny 2. I can't
clickety clack, clickety clack. Keyboard goes clickety clack.
What is it? The Digital Deluxe.
Alright, but I'm just saying, for me, there's a lot of games coming out September, and there's a lot of games coming out September that I'm getting, especially the sports stuff. And then Forza comes out on the 3rd of October, so it's like, whew, there's gonna be a lot of games on the wayside, man.
But this Forza, say that again. Forza comes out when?
October the 3rd.
Say that again.
October the 3rd.
Coming out October 3rd for you, boy.
Wait, isn't it November or is it October?
This is September if you buy Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah, that's right. September 29th?
9th. Yep.
Yeah. All right. So, so Destiny gameplay is fantastic. It's smooth, right? Just everything is just smooth and wonderful and pretty.
Yes.
There hasn't been one thing wrong with the beta. I would say it's probably on a higher quality than the demo we played at E3.
It's been really optimized, like you can tell. It's gorgeous.
That being said,
the only thing that can make it better is if I had a 144 hertz monitor. But outside of that, nah.
That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we will put an affiliate link in the description below, both on Twitch and on YouTube, for you to purchase on Amazon the PC version or the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One version of Destiny 2, both the deluxe editions and the inbox editions. Whatever floats your boat, that affiliate link will be in the description below, so you can click that and get those games purchased. In addition,
wait a second. I'm sorry. Well, I'll let you finish up. One more thing for Destiny, then we can go.
Oh, by the way, it is the opposite of No Man's Sky. I mean, every game is the opposite of No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky has gotten better. I've heard some really good things with the latest update.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to sit down with it, but I want to.
No, you don't. The fuck you don't. Stop lying. Stop lying, Aaron.
He was on board for the original.
I spent a lot of time with the original, actually. I kind of like just the exploration of it.
Keith, you have to convince Josh to get back on board, okay? Like, he literally sat down and said wasted $60 on that shit. All right? He mad now.
Josh is a stoic gamer. He doesn't like taking risks. And if he gets burnt, he doesn't want to try again. And I understand that because money doesn't grow on trees.
I mean, opinion.
You're talking to the same guy who paid $100 to kickstart Mighty Number 9.
Rip. Sorry, that's your
yeah,
fault.
about that.
That's a you problem, motherfucker. Like,
But getting back to Destiny real quick, I just checked the Destiny Digital Edition is the same thing as Limited Edition. You get the same in-game stuff as well. So there's no real reason to get the Limited Edition if you just want digital only. So gonna go to GameStop and cancel my pre-order and put the $40 on.
But what about the Cade? What about the
You don't want the figure?
I already got him.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I got him as soon as I went there. He was like, here.
Oh. That's...
Hey.
All right. That being said, a quick primer on the Latin expression "carpe diem," aka "seize the day." It is essentially what it translates to: seize the day, take the opportunities as it proceeds itself. And I'm telling you, carpe diem on that Destiny 2.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. He's already here.
Indeed.
Where did you get that?
GameStop. And my ghost.
Supposed to pick it up already, or?
Yeah, you're supposed to have gotten it. Finish your game. They were like, "Here's your Cade." I was like, "Thank you," and then I left.
But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you seize the day and pick up that Destiny 2 on your preferred platform. I prefer PC, ladies and gentlemen.
He hasn't played it yet.
Shut up. Anyways, let's move on. PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, got a brand new map, but the developers are still a little mum is the word when it comes to other platforms. We know it's coming on the Xbox One. We also don't know if it's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. We also don't know if it's going to be Xbox Play Anywhere. Like, we don't know anything about PUBG in terms of not being on PC. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just what it is. That's what it is. But before we get into PUBG, 30
exactly done. I can't say
damn rubies.
Exact rubies. I can't talk whatsoever today. Me and Aaron are on the same page. Like,
yeah.
What's that?
But let me say it for you. Okay, here's the thing about 30 frames per second. 30
there.
Frames per second. 30 frames per second. Destiny 2 on a new Xbox. It is not an Xbox problem. It definitely isn't. This case is actually all Bungie stating that they want a solid performance across everything. And to be fair, the PS4 version, if they decided to go 60, would have definitely been gimped. And that's what we discussed last week as well, I think. Right, Keith?
They were saying that it was a design choice and that they wanted to do more, have more stuff on the screen. So it was more of a half the frame rate versus giving us more stuff on the screen. But then you have Mr. PC version is like, well, I can do all that and unlock and give you more. Then you have people come back, but my PlayStation 4 is better than a PC. Bitch, please.
Like, you better hold this shit right now. I mean, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. It's 30 frames at the end of the day. Now, granted, not a lot of people give a shit. You know, people like me, Keith, Aaron, yourself, we give a fuck because I'm sorry, 60 frames a second or bust. You know what I'm saying? If a game plays at 30, I'm gonna be upset on PC. Unless it's an older game, I'm gonna be kind of tight. I'm not gonna front. But speaking of games that run at 60 frames a second on PC, PUBG, you know, got a new map.
Well.
Okay, it's a little iffy. I know. Okay,
yes.
It's a little iffy. I know. But PUBG got a brand new map, and like I said, moment of the word.
They're working on it. It's not out yet. They're working on it.
Okay, the map is on the way.
Yeah.
And the developers are still very mum when it comes to indicating whether or not the PC and the Xbox will be the only two platforms that PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds will be releasing. Now, keep in mind, at Gamescom last week, they didn't really make heads or tails of the announcement that they did come up with, other than knowing that I believe it'll also release on Windows 10, if I remember correctly. There was a lot coming out of Gamescom. I'm sorry, I can't remember it all.
At the end of the day, a lot of people kept asking them that question over and over. You know, it's coming on other platforms, and all they kept saying was, Microsoft's working with us right now. Microsoft's publishing the games right now. We're committed to Xbox. You know, it doesn't matter who asked them that question. They kept sidestepping it. You know, they kept saying, well, Microsoft is working with us and we're doing good things for Microsoft, so it's coming to the Xbox. And that's it. You know, even Your Gamer interviewed them and asked them the same question. And we're like, yeah, Microsoft and Xbox right now. It kind of feels like Microsoft has a gag order on them. Because I'll be 100% honest, I am against third-party games being exclusive to any platform. I don't care what it is. I don't think it's fair. Now, if you want to have like an exclusive character or exclusive feature, great, fantastic, more power to you. But if you're going to keep an entire game exclusive to a system because of publishing rights or because you paid a whole shit ton of money for an entire year, Destiny.
I was gonna say that's what
Call
Sony
of
does.
Duty,
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I don't like that. It should not be happening. So I'm not behind the decision for PUBG if it's strictly Xbox. I think PlayStation owners should also experience the game. It is a great game. I haven't played it yet for reasons such as whole mob mentality. I don't want to play it online by myself. I don't want to be playing against this group of people that are going out after everybody just so they can get their chicken dinners. If I had other people to play with, and I know John keeps trying to get me to play it, so maybe I'll play it. But I've watched a lot of people play the game, and it looks like a lot of fun.
It is. I've played it like 5 times. I'm terrible at it, but it's still a lot of fun.
Getting back to that new map, so yeah, there's a new map. It's basically called Desert Map. It's 8 by 8 kilometers long. It's pretty big. It's got dense open areas. It's got ambushed areas. It's got a lot of buildings. And I did a post about it real quick a couple hours ago, and it reminds me of the Desert Combat expansion back from Battlefield back in the day. I love that sort of stuff. Yeah, PUBG's getting a new map. It's just called Desert Map. They're still working on it. They haven't decided if all the buildings are going to be able to go in all the buildings yet or not. Check out our website. There's a interview with Eurogamer about the new map. Getting back to PUBG, I definitely will check it out. It is a lot of fun, and especially somebody getting used to play a lot of Battlefield and Counter-Strike back in the day. So I do want to check it out. I just don't want to play by myself. Yeah, you're saying it's no fun without having friends. Yeah,
Yep.
That's what I don't want. Because every time I watch YouTube or Twitch, there's a group of 2 or 3 or 4 just playing together. I don't want that happening.
So,
I'll get pissed off.
Aaron, your thoughts?
I know it's a ton of fun. I've only tried to play it by myself once, and that was a couple of weeks ago when they were having bad lag issues, and I ended up getting run over by an invisible car. So that was the only time I did that.
What?
That was the Invisible Woman in her invisible car, or it was Wonder Woman in her invisible car.
That was it. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun to play with friends. But yeah, as far as what it's going to come out for, if it's going to come out for anything other than PC and Xbox, that's still a big mystery. But
Right.
Microsoft throwing a whole lot of money at it, it's probably going to affect things for a while.
More than a while. I definitely think it'll be there for quite some time.
Yeah.
Indeed. So at the end of that, this is getting close to the end of the podcast. Apparently, according to Windows Central, and I just saw this was reported earlier today, with the arrival of the Record Definitive Edition, which is now out. Yeah, that's a surprise, right?
That was actually out yesterday.
Yeah, it came out yesterday.
I was playing it last night. I was like, it's out early. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently there was a glitch. There was a glitch earlier yesterday, I believe it was, where the game actually was available for free.
Right.
So the download is no longer. They did fix the glitch. And
did they take it away from people then?
I don't think they took it away. From what I understand, it's just no longer available for those the download is no longer available for those that haven't purchased the game. So I guess.
I guess that was part of the because they have a free trial of that game. I guess that's what happened. They pushed it live and they didn't take off the make this free trial as well.
I don't think it's just a free trial. Apparently with Record Definitive Edition. So for those of you who have Windows 10 PCs, you can take advantage of Game Pass with just with Record Definitive Edition because it is on Game Pass. So that's
what I was saying. I'm sorry. Is so the first one, the original Record, had a trial option.
Yes.
So even if you never had the game before, you could play it. And I think what happened is they pushed out the definitive edition and they didn't take out the trial attribute. It was basically pushed out, I can install this now and get the whole thing.
Right.
So they went back and fixed that. So, Microsoft, you should check your stuff before you push it live.
But yes, if you have Xbox Games Pass, which is $10 a month for, I believe, 100+ games, that you can download directly to your Xbox and with Record to your PC.
I actually got a free Game Pass the other day. I won it.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
So PC Gamer, he won, yes, from Gamescom.
No, from Mixer. the Mixer forward slash Mixer channel. I usually watch it every morning, and they had a contest, and I actually was like, "Oh, let me try," and I won once. So I was like,
"Oh, nice! Oh, that's actually pretty dope." But at the same time, going back to that again, if you have Xbox Games Pass, you can get Core Definitive Edition for free as long as you subscribe to Games Pass. So Xbox Game Pass, not to be advertising this, is essentially 100 plus games, $10 a month. The only difference from that and PlayStation Now, besides the fact that it's cheaper, you can download the titles right to your device.
And it's only for Xbox right now, but it's rumored to be coming to the PC at some unknown date.
I mean, but then again, what I just said, PC gamers already got it. So if they keep doing if they keep doing Xbox Play Anywhere titles on Xbox One, if you got Games Pass, you can get the Xbox Play Anywhere titles for free because apparently it retains everything. So there's that. In addition, on Amazon right now, if you are into flash drives, and I know everybody still loves their flash drives, $22 for a 64 gig USB-C 3.1 flash drive.
You had me at the 3.1 USB Type C, and then I was like, never mind.
Wait, why?
I'm not a fan of it. I hate the fact that my Samsung S8 has Type C. I'm like,
you hate the fact that the Switch.
Future.
You hate the fact that the Switch got it too. I know you hate the fact that the Switch got it too.
Yeah, because I had to go buy new cables. Yes, I hate it. It's like, oh, no, that's garbage. No.
Okay. So Keith, why do you hate it? I'm gonna put the floor.
I just said it because
no. That's not good enough reason. I'm kidding. Because you had to buy cables.
Because I had to buy a whole new cable. No, you don't understand. In a household full of people that take your cables,
fair enough,
the regular cables just disappear. So now what happens is they take the USB Type C cables and they realize, oh well, I can't use this. Where the hell is my cable? I don't know. You don't know. It's right there. I don't know what happened to it. All right, whatever.
Aaron, are you a fan of USB Type C?
My only experience with it is the Switch, and so far, I have to specifically plug my Pro controller into the dock to charge it. That's about as far as it goes for me. So it's not terribly inconvenient.
So basically, he doesn't like it either.
Everything's going there, though, right? That's the future. Gonna have to get used to it.
Oh yeah. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna go do a whip around really quick. Final thoughts. Start with Keith.
Come back to me later. I'm still thinking.
Final thoughts. Start with Aaron.
Excited to play more Destiny 2, and I think tomorrow is when they open the farm, which is a social area. I missed that when it was on the Xbox because they only had it open for I think one night. So I really want to check it out this time.
Don't miss this one. This was only 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, I do have some dulcet tones. It's just what it is. Keith, final thoughts. Did you get your final thoughts together?
I just got them reviewing Yeez or Y's or Yeez 8.
Yeezy.
Stop it. For the PlayStation 4, it comes out September 12th. Definitely check out the review. It drops tomorrow. It is a fantastic role-playing game on the PlayStation 4 and PC.
Indeed.
Definitely check that out. It's also kind of erotic. I'm on nose itch like a motherfucker all of a sudden. Is that Yeez 7 drops tomorrow on the PC.
Indeed. What? So, my final thoughts. Working on my Madden review. I was supposed to get it out today, but I'm still playing through Long Shot. It's kind of long. Like the review will mostly cover the story mode. Because
is it why it's called Long Shot? Because it's kind of long.
Yeah, that's the thing. But at the same time, that's going to be the core of the review. It's going to be a lot about Long Shot, talking about the story mode, and this is actually a really good story mode for a first year, so it's not that bad. I'm also in the midst of reviewing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the Blu-ray set that Viz Media just released. So there's that. I said JoJo's, not Bo.
I know.
Like, come on.
Every time I hear JoJo, I think of that. So
so there's that's coming as well. I think I also requested Ranma 1/2, so I'm getting into the anime stuff. So
take it easy on rupees.
Yeah, but for those of you that came out, make sure you go to www.theouterhaven.net for all of your gaming and PC and anime and manga and TV and film
controversy
if you like controversy. All the information is available right here on the splash screen right there. You can follow us on Twitter at the Outerhaven.
My screen is curved.
Yo, shit, Keith, shut up. Follow us on Twitter at the Outerhaven, as well as like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't. Also, Navigator Bowman on Twitch. Subscribe to me there. I do video games, and Keith does video games where?
Undecided yet. Honestly, I'll come back to you because I was on Mixer, but I think I'm just gonna go back to Twitch right now. So if you want to check it out on Twitch, it is twitch.tv/shadowhackser.
Twitch.tv clickety clack, clickety clack. Don't come back.
Or jump on my back.
It's Shadow Haxer with no zeros, right?
Yes, no zeros.
And where can you find Sir Aaron on the video game streamy thingies?
Also here, Twitch TV /Mechanicism. It's a fun one to spell.
And where else?
I don't think that's the place, Aaron.
I mean, there's a bottled color.
Are we talking about the other? Yeah. I'm also over at bottledfuchsia.com. I do a bi-weekly podcast over there. We do some streams and some other videos, so that's something to check out as well.
Indeed. On that note, friends, I'm Clinton Bowman. He's Keith Mitchell. He's Aaron Sanders, and this has been The Xperience, episode number 31. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, around 9 o'clock Eastern.
Hopefully,
maybe, possibly, for episode 32 of the Xbox Experience.
Unless we get flooded out.
Okay.
Good luck, Texas.
Oh, speaking of Texas, before I go, I need you all to donate wherever you can. Doesn't matter where you are at. Donate to the American Red Cross. Donate to anything to help out the victims in Houston, Texas.
Yeah. Any other relief funds? Yeah.
Any other relief funds? Like if you can send anything, send stuff. If you can send money, send money. Hurricane Harvey, or as I call it, Hurricane Steve Harvey, because you thought it was done, but it's not.
Why is everybody calling it Steve Harvey?
Okay, you know the Steve Harvey thing with the Miss Universe pageant?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's like,
never mind.
Like, you thought it was done? Nah, I'm not done. So Hurricane Harvey is doubling back around and is headed towards Louisiana as well. So there's going to be some problems, and if it hits Florida, there's going to be some problems there too. Donate as much as you can.
Our president said that climate control and climate issues isn't a thing. Whatever.
Donate as much as you can, and also kind of think the hurricane is like, fuck that wall. I'm just saying, that's just me. But yeah, ooh, Sean, that's crazy, bro. Man, my condolences there. But again, donate.
Sucks to hear, man.
Donate. Send funds, send food, send clothing, whatever you can. If you can take your ass out there, take your ass out there.
I wouldn't say that, no, because then you could be arrested if something happened.
To be fair, people do that, and you know what? I can't tell you not to.
There's been enough deaths. I don't want to see anybody else get hurt.
No, I agree. Go out there. I agree, but if you want to do that, you can do that. People did it for Katrina, so I'm not surprised. Go do that if it feels right. Donate. Also, there are streamers on Twitch that are getting together for Hurricane Harvey relief. Go watch them. Donate to them as well. If you can donate through them, donate through them as well. That being said, also you can go to You can go to this Twitch channel, twitch.tv/MissMila44. She lives in the Houston area, and she came out just fine from the floods, but come from the floods and all the rain. But she's also raising funds for relief purposes. So please I'm taking this time out right now to let you know that this is a thing. Please.
You gotta think about that. That area is gonna be devastated for months.
Oh yeah,
That is
definitely.
crazy.
Yeah.
Indeed. So please go wherever you can and send some relief. That being said, I'm Clinton Bowman. This has been episode 31 of the Xbox Experience. We'll see you next week. I hated to end the podcast on a somber note like that, to be fair. That shit hurts.
That's an important endorsement, though.
It is. One of the most important endorsements that we could have done.
Good stuff. And active chat. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was pretty fantastic.